Hello and welcome to the birthday gift. So, uh, this reading is going to be for the first half of August, and I'm using a different deck, guys. This is the Templar Tarot, the Journey, just so you can see. Okay, so I've never used this deck before. The interpretation of the cards are slightly a little more in depth, and I like the art here. I'm a lover of the theater and the arts, and I'm a very intuitive reader. So based on the visual that's being presented, I can pull a little bit more intuitively. And I feel like right now we're in that transition stage where we are leaving the old behind. A lot of us are, and going into the new. So a cycle is just completed. We're kind of in that transition phase right now, and I feel like a lot of people have actually taken advantage of moving forward. So I was guided to use these right now. So I'm still going to use the regular Rider-Waite deck to clarify, and on the extended, I'm also going to just use the traditional deck. But for these messages, I felt like this deck can kind of give you a little more insight. It's a little more advanced than the regular deck, especially because of the images, which I love. This is the Ten of Swords. Let's see. This is the Ace of Cups. So the meanings are a little different, and you'll see what I mean. This is the Eight of Cups. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. But I just thought that I would tell you guys more about this deck, okay? Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Remember that energies are interchangeable. So if you're cross-watching, feel free to reverse the roles, okay? All right, so Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the first half of August. Leo season. Happy birthday, Leos. So we have the Three of Swords here. Alrighty. Looks like this is actually saying that you just had a victory over a very, very hard struggle. Some of you are just coming through something that was tough. But I'm seeing that you're victorious in this, that you were the victor. Okay? You don't really see it as a victory because you kind of feel like you lost a lot. Like a lot was lost. So it doesn't feel like a victory. I see that it was a very, very hard upheaval. You went through a lot here. So, but, in the end, it's going to be in your favor. It just doesn't feel like it right now. You kind of feel like a martyr here. Like you had to give up a lot. Like you had to kind of change who you were in this battle here. Do things that you usually wouldn't do. All right, let me keep going here. All right, yeah. This is the World card here. This is definitely a cycle you just completed. So with this cycle, I see success here. Okay, it's completion, of course. This World card is like a culmination of events. So whatever you just completed, it was something that went on for a long time. Okay. It was probably a long time marriage, long time at a particular job. long time with a certain struggle with a particular individual. But I don't see that you see it as a success. You kind of see it as, okay, all right, now I'm here and I'm done with it, you know. And it's almost like you're protected here. You have people protecting you, people supporting you. So it right now it might be a little hard for you, but I'm seeing that the cycle has ended. It's a completion. You're just at that point where you're just subtle with it, and you're not really satisfied with the outcome. Even though it's not a bad outcome, you don't have a sense of satisfaction with this here. So let me see what else I got for you, Leo. Movement forward. You're actually getting very good cards here with the Chariot. I see movement forward for you here. This is success. This is triumph over your like the obstacles that were faced. Um, this is victory, Leo. This is like the third card, kind of giving the same message. It's victory. It's showing that you're gonna be gaining control over your emotions here. Okay, this is achievement. I'm showing that you just achieved something, and you were successful in it. This is showing that you put a lot of effort too into whatever this was. But yeah. All right, so we have the Lovers here. So this shows a choice is needed. Um, Maybe a choice was made between uh, two people. So this Lovers card is just showing that trust is needed. Okay, so you're gonna have to trust whatever just happened. Okay, and be optimistic here. Don't allow your emotions to control you, because I'm seeing that an important decision is needed here. This decision though is going to require maturity. Like you're gonna need to be mature, make a mature decision here. It's kind of like a person who has a choice between two things, but at the same time both things benefit the person. So you could be tempted to kind of want the best of both worlds if you're not careful. So it's hard. It's a hard decision. Um, it's kind of like a decision between your desires and your intellect. Like, if you look at this card, it's like she's facing her desires here, but if I were to cut it in half here, you see these are her desires, the things that really don't serve her. But then this is her intellect. Like, this is what they're wanting, or what a mature decision would be, to take this side. But the choice is hers. So it's kind of like you're still looking towards your desires, but you also have your intellect. You have these books open here, I see. It's kind of like a light being shined on your book. So a decision is needed. No, the traditional meaning of the Lovers is the decision between two people. Some of you might have that decision to make where one kind of satisfies you emotionally, physically, the other one is more of a better decision practically in your life, something like that. But let me keep going because with this deck, I kind of want to pull all cards before I put it all together. But it looks like you're leaving something. You just completed a cycle. I see movement forward here and success with this movement forward. But there's still a choice and a decision that needs to be made here, Leo. All right, so we have the Five of Pentacles. So some of you are not really confident in where you are financially. You don't think that you have enough here. Yeah, whatever you just left, this could have been a job, was probably where your income was, and if it was a relationship, the person could have been the primary breadwinner here. But I see like a feeling of lack, like you don't have enough here. This kind of says though that all is not lost. It's the way you're looking at it. Let me keep going because I'm going to have to clarify here. So I see the Two of Swords. All right, so with this Two of Swords, it's just showing like it's a balance of power. You see how both have a sword? And then at the same time, the woman, she represents truth and beauty. And she's in front of the man here. And these swords, which kind of represent strife. This is two people kind of like agreeing to disagree. Like a compromise has been made here. After a tough period, some of you could be kind of going back to someone. Some of you could be going back to someone after leaving, of time of separation, and making the choice to work it out here. And letting the bygones be bygones, ending a cycle of something that didn't work. I think that's a specific message for a small group of you, though. I have the Star. I have the Star, which is telling you you need hope. You need to have hope here. You need to have faith. You need to be optimistic with what's happening. Because it's kind of telling me that a regeneration is at hand here. And then this card falls. Kind of like you're going to start feeling inspired soon. You're going to start feeling like new life and like this push of new life and vigor. Okay. Yeah, I see two people working it out and moving on past troubled waters, but I see you doing this together with someone. This is the Six of Swords. So it's basically just moving away from the hard times, but with support. And it looks like you're doing it with the person who you went through the hard time with. Um, I'm just gonna be honest with this card. It also just it shows that you this is it's gonna be temporary. So just be careful with what choice you make here, because this I feel like these are like the same two people. You know, coming after a hard battle here. You come to agree to disagree and to compromise and to work it out. You know, you like balance things out a little, and then you decide to move on past the waters. I'm sorry, past the troubled time that you had. But this card says that it's going to be a temporary. So some of you might be careful with this decision. It's saying that you need to make sure it's a mature decision. I'm going to clarify the Lovers here. Please clarify Lovers. Okay, so I don't see anything clarifying the Lovers here. This choice that you're making. Oh, there is a clarification. Oh boy. All right, so yeah, if you be careful with your decision. What the decision that you're leaning towards is showing me that you're going to feel very restricted and you're going to start feeling stuck again. So you need to think about this choice that you're about to make here. Did anything else flip over? Yeah. Be careful with this choice, guys. It's the Eight of Swords. And you have a lot of swords here, so I see that you're in your head. Let me clarify the Six of Swords. All right, we got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you are holding on to something. You're holding on to this. But it's not, it's almost like you're holding on to it because of the familiarity with this. So this could have been, some of you, this is concerning a relationship that's been long standing. I see Two of Swords. You have Three of Swords. You have the Six of Swords. You got Eight of Swords. You have a lot of swords here. A lot of you are doing a lot of thinking in your head. You're feeling like you don't have enough here. There's a lot of despair in this reading. Leo, I didn't expect this for you. We're in Leo season. But I see the Star. This is the need to have hope and to kind of heal. I just see a lot of disappointment here, like feeling like you've just had a lot of bad luck, and you're kind of blocked. Your vision forward is blocked here with all this emotion, where you can't see opportunities that are being presented. Some of you are holding on to something that you need to leave. This was your second card, the World. So some of you have completed the cycle and is moving forward. here. Others, what's blocking your movement forward is this decision that you have to make, which is keeping you feeling restricted here. Almost like this decision, when if you do make it, you feel like you're not going to have enough on your own, or without whatever it is that you're holding on to. You feel like you need this thing. Almost this reading just makes me feel like you can't see the bright side of things. There's just so much despair here. But we have the Star. Okay, so if you make the decision to end this cycle and move on and take the lessons with you, I see that you heal and that things actually turn out in your favor, and you'll be successful here with the Chariot. I do. You just completed this cycle. You need to just take it for what it is, not to focus on the bad things. Some of y'all still haven't made that decision, and you're leaning towards the decision that's not going to be beneficial for you. I can definitely tell you, if you make the wrong decision, you're going to restart this cycle again. You're going to start from square one. Remember, this was your first card, which shows that you're going through something tough, or you just left something tough, and that it was very heartbreaking for you. But at the same time, this shows that you won a victory. And that you're actually about to step into a new world here. Leo, this is a pretty heavy reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull a angel therapy card for you, kind of as advice. Okay, so we got this card that fell out, and then on the extended, I'm going to heart chakra. The answer you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. If you're blocking yourself off, if you're sending out energy of resentment, energy of failure, energy of disappointment, sadness, if that's what you're sending off, that's basically what you're going to receive back here. You need to open your heart here. It's saying that the answer that you seek is in your heart, but you need to be open, Leo. So yeah, this is a pretty heavy reading for you, Leo. You're holding on to something that is not within your best interest. It's going to have you feeling stuck. Just letting you know, I see victory here. I see success. You got to let the cycle complete, though. You got to let the cycle complete. Okay? Yes, it was heartbreaking. Absolutely. I see that. But let the cycle complete. I see that you're just feeling very, very like you don't have enough here. That's not going to help you. All right, so on the extended, I'm going to go ahead and just clear the deck. I'm going to use the traditional cards, see what comes out for you, okay? Especially in regards to this, because I feel like something's trying to end, but some of you want to give it a second chance. That's the Two of Swords here. I don't know. It's saying that if you do, it'll be good, but just for a short time. All right. Okay. So the link to the extended is in the description box. I hope this was helpful, Leo. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.